So if you guys will call the meeting to order and then move forward with that. So I'm calling the meeting to order. So if you guys will call the meeting to order and then move forward with that. So I'm calling. So if you guys will call the meeting to order and then move forward.
Selena, you're kind of, the audio is breaking up a little bit. It's hard to hear.
I said it once and it kept repeating multiple times, Luke.
Kind of, the audio is breaking up a little bit. It's hard to hear.
I said it once and it kept repeating multiple times, Luke.
The audio is breaking up.
So can everybody shut their mics, please? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay, we also have the residents trying to log in. Let me see if I forward them the email again so they could try logging in. Jared, did it work on the email for you when I sent it, or the second link work?
Yes, yeah. No, and I managed to find the original email that was sent. I apologize.
Okay, so because I also emailed you, so Jimmy's here too. Oh. Let me see if I could send it to forward Emily.
Hi, it's Jimmy. I'm kind of on. Can you hear me?
I could hear you, Jimmy. Thank you for joining us.
You have a quorum?
Yeah, we do. We have a quorum. We're going to start the meeting. I just resend the information to the resident, and they're connecting. They're working on connecting right now, okay? So thank you for joining me for this special legislative meeting of the Mayor Council for today, Tuesday, July 13, 2021. I'm calling the meeting to order at 7:05, and I will do a quick roll call. I mean, I could just name you guys, it's that small, but I have Councilmember Jimmy Tarlow, Councilmember Lou Chesek, and Councilmember Jerry Stolfus, correct? And myself here. So if you guys could please review the agenda and let me know if you guys have any changes or if we move forward to approving. And I'll entertain a motion to approve if you guys are ready.
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
There's a motion on the floor.
Seconded.
Any seconds?
Seconded.
Second by Jared. Okay, and I see the littles are here already as well. So there's only one item on the agenda right now. So go ahead and Luke, can you read the agenda for me since I don't have Scott?
Yep. The agenda for the special legislative meeting of Mayor and Council for Tuesday, July 13th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Number 1 is a call to order. Number 2 is review the agenda. Number 3 is a variance request for 3715 37th Street, and 4 is adjournment.
All right, thank you so much. So we have called the meeting to order. We have reviewed the agenda. That puts us to item number 3. Variance request. Mayor and City Council will discuss and vote on the variance request location at 3715 37th Street in Mount Rainier, Maryland. We do have a letter from Design Review Board in your screen for their recommendation. We also have the residents here if you need to give any feedback of a question. So I'll go ahead and read it. Basically, the process at this point, if we accept the recommendation from Design Review Board, I will write a simple letter that says we met today. This is the vote. We approving the recommendation. Attach the Design Review letter recommendation with the agenda and the minutes and send it to code, and they'll get it to the proper authorities for a board meeting tomorrow that I'll be hosting. So the letter from Design Review Board is addressed to Mayor and City Council. On Thursday, June 24, 2021, the Mount Rainier Design Review Board convened in an open Zoom meeting to discuss zoning variance request V4721 for lot 19, block 19 on Rhode Island Avenue. Our subdivision being 3515 37th Street, Mount Rainier, Prince George's County, Maryland. The DRB quorum consisted of chair, the chair Tony Crockett, vice chair Nathan Cerrones, Lance Bouchet, Herbert Munoz, and Brian Nettler. Also in attendance was the owner, Emily Little. The specific violation resides in the fact that the zoning ordinance section 27-442 Table 4 prescribed that each lot shall have a front yard at least 25-inch depth. Section 27-42I Table, it looks like 9, prescribed that says the accessory building should have a setback of 2 inches from any sign or rear lot line. Variances of 14.6 feet from yard depth and 2 feet rear lot line setback are requested. Chairperson Crockett brought the meeting to order just after 7 and gave a brief explanation of the role of the DRB, followed by his initial comments that from the church perspective, this was mostly a performer review since we were only given asked to approve bringing existing condition into compliance. He then asked for comments for other DRB members. After a brief discussion, asking Mrs. Little that if anything was going to be changed on the existing house due to the lifting of the house and construction of a new foundation, a few minutes were spent reviewing the existing photos of the house and comparing them to the new elevation drawing. It was decided by the DRB that we were in full support of the variance request, provided the porch was rebuilt as is drawn. A motion was made to support the variance by the chair and second. The vote was unanimous, and DRB recommended to council to move forward from a letter of support to the zoning board appeals, and the meeting was adjourned at 7:25. So I have read to you guys the design review recommendation. Council, we do have the owners on the line, and I'll call each of you guys that are here to figure out if you guys have any questions. If not, we move forward with the owner, and then we could call for a vote. So Luke, any questions at this point?
No, I support the DRB's decision, so I support the variance. Thank you.
Perfect. Jared?
Likewise.
Jimmy? Okay, Jimmy might have jumped out. Since we have... Thank you, Jimmy, and I definitely support it. I think that's Tom. Hi, Tom. How are you? Anything you need to add? Tom, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
Nope.
Hi, Tom.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, I just said thank you so much, everybody, for taking this meeting. I know this was a special.
Did he cut out for other people too?
Yeah, he cut off. But I will say I don't think there's any objection from the owner for us to move forward with a vote. Tom, if I'm mistaken, like type it in the chat, okay? Okay, so council, you heard fair reading. Nothing's gonna be changed. Code, I know you're on the line. Alma, any objections when it comes to this?
You're none from the code compliance.
Thank you so much. So being having had our due diligence, and I see Brian Neller from the design review work here. Yeah, you're fine, Tom. Don't worry about it. So we have the letter in front of us. So I think at this point, seeing that there's been discussion, there's been no questions. I would like to call. You have a question for us, Tom? I think he's trying to type. No, what we will do is we create this letter, and then what we'll do is like we submit it to code, and then code will submit it to we'll submit the design review board recommendation and our letter for our support, stating also our vote. So the city handles it from here on to make sure it's done, and then tomorrow is the zoning, correct, Alma?
So as soon as I receive the letter from you, I'll go ahead and forward it to them.
To the zoning
To the
board,
Board of
correct?
Zoning. Yes.
Okay, so we'll handle it, Tom, and we could CC you on it as well, so that way you see that this went through. So the meeting is tomorrow, so that way you'll be fine. Alma, that's a question for you. Is it in the agenda for tomorrow?
That's what Olga from the Board of Zoning office told me last week when I actually got in contact with her. But I can definitely call him tomorrow and just give him the all the information.
Yes. Okay, so we'll follow through, but we basically had this meeting for the special meeting for today based on the information that they gave us that it was supposed to be in the agenda for tomorrow. So, okay, perfect. So seeing that there's no other questions, I'm assuming, Brian, you have nothing else to add? We have the design review board?
No, I just want to thank the owners of the residence for preserving the integrity of the house. This is pretty straightforward for the DRB. They're just lifting the house up to create a better space and better foundation. But they're also improving the architectural integrity of the front porch, which was important to the DRB. So thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you, Brian. So I would like to call the question. Also, is there a motion on the floor?
I can move that we approve the variance request.
Any seconds?
I will second it.
Okay. Any objections? Hearing none, this has passed 4-0. So thank you for joining us, and I'll make sure the letter is written and sent to you tonight, Alma, with our approval, with the recommendation for design review board. Brian, please extend also our thank you to the design review board for mobilizing pretty quickly to make sure this letter was created and the variance was reviewed as well. Okay, so seeing there was only one item on the agenda, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Seconded. Seconded.
So the motion has moved in second. Any objections? Seeing that is none, this meeting has been adjourned at 7:15 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Take care. Bye.